is Kayla Ptolemy. Okay, I'm 21 and a half. I have OCD. I have a mood disorder. I have depression. I have anxiety. I have disillusionment. I have disrealization. I have disassociation. I had post-traumatic stress disorder. I've had OCD since I can remember. Well, it started showing up in kindergarten, but I had it before that too because my mom noticed it. And then the rest of them, I don't really know when I developed. Before I was diagnosed with all my other disorders and stuff beside OCD, I was going through a really weird time and my mood was just up and down and I wasn't sleeping and I was like crying and then I was super happy and I was depressed and then I wasn't eating and then I was eating a lot and it was just like everywhere and I didn't know what to do. I was really irrational as well. And so things just were not good. I'm on medication now, so it keeps me pretty stable compared to what I used to be. My OCD affects me, like, I think the most because things have to be a certain way and I worry a lot. And my anxiety gets the better of me most of the time. Sometimes it bothers me. Sometimes I just, like, I have to deal with it, right? So I just, like, move on with my day. But sometimes I'll think about it and it's just so irritating and it's like, ugh. Why do I have to have, like, this problem or this, like, illness or sickness or whatever you want to call it? And I think, like, sometimes I talk to my psychiatrist and she explains that sometimes, you know, you get a mental illness or you get an impression of a mental illness because you've grown up around somebody with it. And so then I think about, like, how I grew up with, like, my mom and how she had mental illness and how now I have mental illnesses, and I think, like, is that the reason or is it just genetic or am I just getting her, like, way of dealing with life impressed on me, so, like, that's how I deal with life. And yeah, it gets frustrating sometimes. It's just, like, being in my head sometimes because, like, with anxiety I feel like that's the toughest thing I have to deal with, like, at this time in my life, and it's just anxiety can be so crippling sometimes, and, like, people don't realize it, but it's, like, can totally, like, affect every aspect of your life. I mean, OCD sucks too, but I've dealt with that before in my life, and it doesn't bother me as much anymore. So I'll probably just, like, take things as they come, because when I was younger, I wanted to do everything the right way, and, like, not make any mistakes, and that's, like, impossible, so I just take things as they come. I think a lot of it has to just do with my personality. Like, I try to be a happy person no matter what. Medication helps a lot. But, like, the way I look at life is probably more optimistic than most people. Like, I try to be super optimistic, and so I just, like, keep telling myself, like, there's another day. You know, it's probably not going to be as bad as today if it was a bad day. And, you know, I think about things that make me happy, like, you know, kittens and sparkly things.